Hi everyone, welcome back to me and my tea and another studio vlog. I am a bit slow today. It is the first day back at work after the Easter holiday break, and as usual after all holiday breaks I am super tired. I am so sleepy. It might be because of the weather. It is very gray and gloomy and a little rainy. After my husband left for work, I took a little nap on the couch, which was a very good nap, but also unfortunately, and that is why I don't do those morning naps as much anymore, because my brain just gets so mushy, which is very hard to snap out of. But today I figured I wasn't going to get much done anyway, so yeah, I took a little break during the Easter holiday because my husband get the whole week off anyway, so I thought I might take some time off too, which was very nice. We've been hanging out with friends and family, celebrating the Easter, or it isn't so much about celebrating Easter itself because we're not really religious, but it's more like a springtime celebration and an opportunity to spend time with your close ones, which is super nice. I love my family, but also I get so tired to spend so many days with people. So Thursday, Saturday and Sunday we spent with the family, or the different parts of the family, and then Monday, yesterday, we went with my brother to see the new Minecraft movie, which was good. I mean, I love Jack Black, and also Jason Momoa isn't too shabby either, so but clearly it wasn't really made for my millennial brain because it went like this. It was so fast. It was like this the whole movie, so afterwards I felt so drained. It might also be because the whole theater was filled with children that was bouncing up and down in their seats. I am aware that it is a movie made for kids, but kids today have no attention span. Every part of the movie where the pacing was slowing down just a little bit, all the kids got so bored and they were starting talking and bounce around even more, and they were running out from the theater and in again and out and in. It was stressing me out, so I was so relieved when the movie was done. Yeah, I liked the movie, but not the best movie theater experience in my opinion. So yeah, that is perhaps contributing to why I am a little tired today. Afterwards we got back to my brother's place to eat something and we watched the new Beetlejuice movie. It was also very good and a little easier for our millennial brains to process. Anyway, so I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do for this vlog because last vlog I did a lot of store prep, so I want to switch things up a bit since it is moving a little slower with the shop right now and I don't have to make a lot of videos. I can spend some time catching up on some Patreon stuff also, which I will probably not be filming a lot from, but and I thought I might as well do a little bit of organizing. I've been talking about that in previous vlogs, that I need to organize my art supplies and my art studio in general, so I might as well start by organizing my Ohuhu markers. I want to swatch them properly so I can keep track on which colors I've got. So yeah, I'm actually really looking forward organizing my markers. It is the next day. It is 7:45 in the morning, and this is basically the only time of the day when I get direct sunlight into my art studio. So yeah, I think the main task for today will be swatching all my Ohuhu markers. Also, I'd like to mention that this video is not sponsored or in any collaboration with Ohuhu at all, and I'm so happy that I found this swatch card because this includes the complete color sets from both the Honolulu and the Ohuhu marker series. The Honolulu markers being the brush markers and the Ohuhu are the bullet tip markers. If you have markers from both series, it can be a little confusing and difficult to keep track of which colors you've got, because the funny thing with the Ohuhu markers is that the same color can have different color codes depending on if it is from the Honolulu series or from the Oahu series. The color names are the same, but there are different color code systems. So filling in the swatch card, I will be able to keep track of all the different colors from the two different series. And to make it even more complicated, some of the colors are unique for the Honolulu series and some of the colors are unique for the Oahu series. So there are unique colors from both. This is the 320 color set, which I believe is the full color range of the Oahu series. For the Honolulu or the brush markers, this is where it's getting a little messy because I have a bunch of different sets here. We got the 120 color set. Also we got two different 48 color pastel sets, so they are in here too. And I also believe that these might be the skin tone color sets, and there might be a few more regular color sets in here too, because we got a bunch of duplicates, so I would like to sort them out. And these are not the only Honolulu markers that I have, because there are plenty more over there. This one is empty. It is the 120 set that I've already have in the display case. These ones are empty too, so I think these could be the pastel color sets. This one is also empty, so I think this could be the skin color case. Yes, it is. Then we know where we have those. Then we have the new Honolulu Plus markers, which I will also have to mark out on the swatch card somehow. And here we have another set of 120 markers. It says Honolulu 02, so there could be different color sets, but I'm pretty sure that this is the same 120 colors that I already have. So all of these are probably duplicates. Not sure which set this is. 72 color sets. So are there any new colors in here, or is it only duplicates? We will find out. Then we have the next one. Oh, this might be an older version of the Oahu markers. We have a different kind of color code system, it looks like, and no color names. These will not be included in the swatching. Then we have this one, which I think is the first set that Ohuhu sent me back in 2017 or 18 or something. They got a square shape instead of the oval one. And the last one, which are probably just another bunch of duplicates. We will see, depending on how many duplicates I can find. I might actually give some of these away. But yeah, I have probably over 500 markers to swatch here, so let's get started. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of swatches to do. I'm just gonna start with these ones, the bullet tip markers. I'm gonna do a marking at the bottom right next to the color code so that there will be enough space to do the swatching for the Honolulu markers too in the same square. Already I'm struggling to find the color. This is gonna take a little bit. We got it. There. Alright, so I have filled in all of these, a bunch of Y and YR. I am a little confused though, because I have two markers left here, a Y and a YR. I can't find it anywhere on the swatch card. We have one Y left here, but that is Y280. This is Y593, so that is not the same. I did find a YR over at the fourth page. What is a little strange though is that we still have a Y left, and I can't find any more Ys in the case here. So my strategy so far has been to pick a marker from the case and trying to find it here on the swatch card. Looking through all the numbers, it is a little straining on the eyes. Also, the rest of them are a bunch of e-collars, which we also got over here. So if I'm going after the numbers on the swatch cards, I don't have to move back and forth on these. So I'm just gonna continue. Some color names are very interesting. This is called Further Color of Skin. Wonder what that means. Oh, this took a lot longer than I thought it would. So I found a strategy that actually worked a little better. So I first tried just picking a random marker and then finding them on the swatch card, which took forever. So I tried the other way, which was looking at the color sheet and then finding the color in the marker case, but that was also very tedious, especially since some of the numbers you see upside down, so it is a bit hard finding the right numbers. So I just ended up using these, the already filled in color swatch cards. By looking at the number on the swatch card, then I found the corresponding number over here, which also have the color name and also the color or tone of the marker, which made it so much easier finding them in the case here. So that is definitely what I'm gonna do moving forward. Yeah, my brain is a little fried right now, so I'm gonna grab some tea and just do something else for a bit. Yay, look what has arrived. The April Patreon exclusive prints. Unfortunately, when you're watching this, it will be too late to get this specific print because this is a print for April. But if you sign up for the male cat tier, there will be new exclusive prints and stickers each month. The color codes are jumping all over the place. All the Honolulu markers, which are on the top, are in the R or red color group. So we got R16, R17, R18, R19, R20, and so on. But for the Ohuhu colors, which I'm swatching right now, we got V, violet, E, earth tones, R, red, RV, red, violet. So I have to jump between all the color cards. But to be honest, this color order is making so much more sense than the order that they're in on these cards. And now we're jumping to B all of a sudden. It is actually called pale blue violet, but it is more violet than blue. But for the Honolulu color code, it is counted as a red apparently, R25. So I don't know what's up with that. Oh my gosh, I am finally done. And that is only the Ohuhu markers, so I have all the brush markers too. Doesn't look like I have filled in a lot, but I have filled in over 300 markers. And I mentioned that there are a few colors that I don't have, and I got a few more markers that I couldn't find on the swatch chart anywhere. There might be some typos because this one, RV490, is on there twice. Over here we got another missing color, the R292, but we have an R293 though, which I couldn't find anywhere on the color chart, so it got me suspecting that this would be a typo. This is called Pastel Rose, and looking at the corresponding color from the Honolulu markers, we got the Pastel Rose. So this is the 293, it is only a typo, so maybe I can figure these ones out too. We got this one, the G3 392, which is missing, but we also have the G82, so that might be that color. And over here we're missing the B693, but we got the 683s, and also we have another duplicates. But for today, I think I'm gonna take a break and get back to the swatching tomorrow. Alright, so after a little bit of detective work, I've managed to find all the missing colors, and I did some smaller adjustments to the color codes. Now I think it should all be good. I haven't been able to find this one though anywhere, and there is an E440, but that is for the Honolulu markers, which is a different color than this one, so I'm just gonna leave this be for now. And even if it isn't the same color, I might just squeeze it in here anyway, so we will see. So I'm gonna continue with those. The Honolulu markers are a little more organized when it comes to the color codes. They go more in a numeral order, so I think it will be easier finding them over here. I don't have all the colors though, so the tricky part will be if I don't have that color. So I think I'm just gonna go with the same strategy as I did with the Ohuhu markers, looking up the color on the swatch card just to see if I actually have that color. So I'm not wasting time looking for a color in the marker case that I don't have. And the swatch markers I will just put to the side. It is Friday and I've got a new haircut. It is so short and poofy. So I went to the hairdresser yesterday with my mom. That is a thing that we like doing together, taking the day off, maybe do some shopping, maybe some fika, just mother and daughter quality time, which is very nice. And usually I get my hair both cut and dyed at the same time. But early yesterday morning I got a text message from my hairdresser telling me that we had to reschedule because they had to stay home with a sick child. So I got a little disappointed at first because, as I mentioned, it is something that my mom and I like to do together. But I called the salon and they actually managed to squeeze me in for a haircut. To be honest, since I have changed my hair color from red to brown, I don't get the same kind of outgrowth anymore, so I feel like dyeing my hair isn't as important, but I really needed a haircut. Yeah, now it's nice and fresh again, even without the hair dye. It felt very strange going to the hairdresser, not getting my hair dyed, because I've been dyeing and cutting my hair at the same time regularly for about 10 years now, but I did actually get a bottle of hair dye home with me so I can dye it myself. It is the same color that I got last time, and I did ask them to style it a little more curly, or not curly but wavy, because I have noticed that I do have some natural waviness to it, but it only appears when I'm out in like humid or wet weather. So I'm gonna see if I can bring it out a little more now with the shorter hair, because I really like that shorter wavy look kind of hairstyle, at least on others. I have no idea what it looks like on me. We will see. Anyway, I got all the swatches done. I also did one of these with all the Honolulu markers, so I get a better overview of the markers that I have, and there are quite a few that I don't have, and I have counted them to 210 colors, and that is 210 out of 364, so I got more than half of them anyway. And I have also marked all the colors that I have the refill for. You can see a little R. I don't have that many refills. These are the only ones that I have so far. Anyway, I think for the rest of today, I'm gonna focus on some Patreon work. I can't really do anything more with the markers right now, because now when the swatching is done, I need to organize them. I have ordered some organizers and stuff like that from Amazon, which I'm still waiting for to arrive, which I think will arrive later tonight actually. So I'm gonna continue the marker project on Monday. Tomorrow, Saturday, we're going to the sci-fi fair, which is sort of like Comic-Con, but way smaller. Oh, we got a kitty. But it is very cozy with a lot of nerdy people and nerdy stuff to look at. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Need to show you Kitty. Kitty wants to be close no matter what. Squeezed in between all the tripods. So I think I mentioned in a previous vlog that I would like to turn this rolly cart or whatever it's called into my dedicated marker storage. We already got all the Copics here, so I would also like to keep the Ohuhus here. The Ohuhu set I will probably just keep like this in its original case. I'm just gonna put it under here because currently it is living over there where the cats are sitting on it, which isn't very practical. I would like to have them a little closer when I'm sitting at the table, drawings. And then over here, I'm gonna store the Honolulu markers. These organizers though, however, are too big to fit in the rolly cart, so I have found another solution, I think, and that is what I'm waiting for to arrive from Amazon. And of course, I could still keep them in these organizers on top of the desk. To be honest, I am not a super big fan of these types of organizers. I do actually like it better having them like this when there's not in a specific order, but they're still organized after their color groups. But I can use these for other art supplies, so these will come in handy anyway. It is Monday, and sorry about the echo. I just want to switch the filming location a little bit, and I think I'm gonna move the camera just a little. So I'm trying something new with the hair. I'm letting it air dry. Usually I dry it with a blow dryer, but I'm doing a little bit of experimenting, trying to find those curls or waves, and it seems like there are some. Anyway, the weekend was good. We went to the sci-fi fair, as I mentioned. We were just walking around for a couple of hours. My husband bought some comic books. I didn't buy anything, but I was a little tempted buying some crystals. There is always this booth with a lot of like stones and crystals and stuff like that. I think I do actually have one from last year. This geode crystals. Super gorgeous. Then yesterday, Sunday, we went to the birthday breakfast. We were celebrating a person which I haven't seen since like before the pandemic, so it was very nice catching up a bit. Then we got back home again around 1 p.m. and I was so freaking tired. So I spent the rest of the afternoon on the couch watching some YouTube, and also I did some reading. I haven't read a physical book in probably over a year or two. I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks though, but it isn't the same experience as reading a physical book, and I have really been missing that. Anyway, so the order from Amazon has arrived with organizing supplies, and also I forgot to show you what I bought when I went to the hairdresser. I did a little bit of shopping, so I might as well show you that too. So let's do a little haul. Let's start with this, and this is from like a home decor kind of store. They have a lot of fun stuff. First we have this. Oh, it is a little dusty, so I might have to give that a rinse, but a little storage container with a bunch of these smaller compartments. Thought this would be perfect when organizing my art supplies. They got a very nifty handle, so I can just move it around. And then we have these, which aren't super exciting, but I was very happy when I saw them. It's like very small oven trays. I just thought it would be perfect as cat food bowls because we have something similar already that I bought from a pet store, but if I would get something similar from the actual pet store, they would be a lot more expensive and they're not too big either, so I thought this would be perfect. And then lastly, from that store we also got this one. We got another mug, got little paws and ears, and the tail is the handle. Isn't that super adorable? And I did actually get this one too from the same store, but a little while ago. Yeah, they are the same, but this is a flower pot. Not sure if I want to use it as a mug because it is quite chunky. It is quite big, so I might use it as a flower pot too, just a small one. Oh, also I had one more thing in here. My personal hair dye mix, but to be honest, I'm wondering if I should just leave it as it is and just see what happens, because I am a bit curious to see what my natural hair color would be during the summer, because it would probably get sun bleached and a little lighter, but I can just save this for another time. Now let's check out the stuff from Amazon. So yeah, we have this one, a crate, which I'm planning to turn into the new marker storage. And I'm gonna use these to make the little compartments. I just thought I would use the foam board that I already have and cut out and make the different sections. But then I found this stuff when I was searching for drawer organizers on Amazon, and I have never seen this before, but it seems very nifty. These are like drawer separators, and you put them inside the drawer to make different sections, and you can put them together to make even more sections. You can also cut them to the size that you want. So hopefully I will be able to piece these things together. I got a bunch of these, just some plastic see-through boxes that I can use to store more art supplies. I thought this would be perfect for like loose pens and pencils and stuff like that, erasers. Then lastly we have these. Ooh, they are a little wrinkly and not as sturdy as I was hoping they would be. We got some different variations. It's very squishy. I was hoping I could put these inside the bigger drawers that I have in the art studio, and I could store like art supplies inside. And actually these are made for organizing your closet. So you're really supposed to put like socks and underwears and stuff like that in these, and not maybe a lot of heavy stuff. These are a little smaller. I had an idea that maybe I could use these for my watercolor palettes, but I'm not super impressed by the quality, to be honest, so this will probably be a return. Yeah, my hair is all dry, so I'm gonna go and see if I can style it a bit. So yeah, here it is, a little more styled. Got a bunch of waves in the front here. It is still a little straight on this side, but on the other side we got some waves. It's fun to see what it looks like, a little more natural. I'm gonna keep experimenting. This is the book that I'm currently reading. You Want It Darker by Stephen King. It is a collection of short stories. Sometimes I do actually prefer his shorter stories over the longer ones, because sometimes he's better at wrapping up the shorter stories than the longer. I'm not gonna say it's a guilty pleasure, but I absolutely love reading Stephen King. I read him a lot when I was younger, so he has sort of like become my comfort author, if that makes any sense. I removed the sleeve while I'm reading, but this is what it looks like. Alright, it is the next day, and I'm gonna see if I can do something with that. So in the Ohuhu fabric case for the Ohuhu markers, there are 6 different compartments, and I think I'm gonna do the same here. I'm not really sure yet how I want to attach these to the sides, but that will be a future problem. I'm gonna start with the middle one, and this is a little too long, so I'm gonna have to trim it. It might be a little too thick to just cut with regular scissors, so I might need some pliers. I could also use I think it might be better with the box cutters. I don't know if you can see it, but these are actually numbered, which makes it a little easier to see where I'm gonna cut. This is 32 long. I don't think I will be able to cut all through, but if I score it enough, maybe I can break it. Yeah, that is working. That is almost perfect. It is just slightly too long. There is this little bump making it just slightly too big, but if I turn it the other way, maybe that will work. Ooh, yes, that is perfect. Let's hope that it is just as easy the other way. And this is 24. Then I should be able to put these together like this. Now the one in the middle is a little more stable since we have the one going across. This one though is still a little flimsy since it isn't going all the way out to the edges, but I think we can just attach it to the sides later. Basically exactly what I had in mind. These are a little flimsy, so one solution could be to put another one of these so that we will make 9 compartments instead of 6. I'm just gonna try to put some markers in there and we'll see what it will look like. The sides are moving around quite a bit. Maybe the compartments are a little too big. I could actually try to make it smaller. That is so much more sturdy. Also, I think having less markers in each compartment will add less pressure on the walls here. This turned out way better than I thought, so I guess it's time to add the markers. Yeah, here they are. For the color groups where I have a lot of markers like the grays and also the reds, it is working perfectly. But for the ones where I don't have as many markers, they're kind of falling a bit and leaning. So I'm thinking if I want to make the compartments even smaller, yeah, I've added one extra of the dividers, and now we got 12 different compartments, and hopefully that will be enough for all the markers to stand up properly. The smaller compartments definitely made a difference. The markers are standing up a little better. Could actually add one of these to the compartments with less markers. Make the space a little tighter so that they're not falling over as easily. These were great. I can highly recommend them. Just search for drawer organizer or divider on Amazon. Next step, cleaning this out. What do you say, kitty? So the rolly cart is empty. We have the Copic markers that will go back on the top tier. I need to give them a wipe off too. Here's the rest of the things, and everything is so dusty and filled with cat hair. We have a bunch of acrylic inks. I think all of these are like pearlescent, very pretty. I should definitely use these more. We have some calligraphy inks, more acrylic, and then some India ink. And over here we have the Kuretake ink sticks and the ink grinding stone. Just some trash. We got some cloth that I use to wipe off the scanner glass and sometimes my glasses. I think I will actually put these in the washing machine. Also, for some reason, I've kept my shimmery and metallics watercolors in the roller cart too. It should be stored with the other watercolors. Also, we have the colored black watercolors. I'm not really sure what to call them, but I think it is like watercolors mixed with black ink. We have all the little bottles of acrylic paint. All of these are like metallic or pearlescent or shimmery. Wonder if they are completely dried, but I'm gonna see if I can open them and see what they look like, and if they are okay, I might actually consider giving them away. This is my very first set of gouache that I bought many years ago. This one was just loose with other supplies, and I can tell that it is all dried up. It is rock hard. So yeah, there we have it, the all marker dedicated rolly cart. We have the regular Ohuhu markers at the bottom, then in the middle we have the Ohuhu brush markers, and then the Copics on top. I am so happy with how this marker organizer case thingy turned out. When I want to use them, I can just lift the whole thing out and put it on the desk. Same with these ones. And I'm still keeping my Copic markers in these thrift stored jars or pots. Could make a custom case for them too, but I kind of like having them in these jars. I just think it looks nice, and they are organized after color groups. So yeah, I love how this turned out. Oh, it is the glass dip pen. Need to find a spot for that one too. So I have been opening up a few of the bottles of acrylic paint, and they seem to be all dried up. This one I can't even open. They are done, so I'm just gonna throw them away. Just need to find a new place for all the ink bottles. I would love to store them in this crate. It is so cute, but I don't think they all fit in there. Some of them, but not all. So I'm gonna find a different place. To be honest, I would need to sort and organize all my art supplies. So I'm not gonna waste too much time to find the perfect spot for these. This one is so dry, it is rattling. Yeah, they are done. Feels so good to finally get rid of some art supplies. Ooh. I just need to show you something super cute. So we recently got some new chairs for our dining table. So we put away the old chairs and put them over here. And look who's found a new favorite sleeping place. I don't know how many cat beds we bought over the years, but apparently an upside down chair is the best bed. What do you say, kitty? Alright, so let's put together the Patreon packages. I think I'm gonna put together the stickers first. So we get one of these and also one of the regular freebie stickers. Now we have the print, and with the print I'm also adding the little handwritten note. I'm getting more and more members of the male cat tier each month, which I'm super happy about. Not only for the support, of course, but also that you enjoy the tier and the rewards. I'm having so much fun coming up with new print and sticker ideas each month. And of course, thank you to all my Patreons. I super appreciate the support. So thank you, kitty. A little sum up regarding the leftover markers. All of these are duplicates that I found when sorting out the markers from the wooden organizers. I'm pretty sure that these belongs to either of the 48, 72 and 120 color set. So I will have to go through them and find out which marker belongs where, but that is a project for another day. So I've been doing a little bit of research and I found out that all of these are in fact duplicates, because this is the second 120 color set that I have and there is only one kind. So it turns out that the 48 color set is included in the 72 color set and the 72 color set is included in the 120 color set. So all of these colors are duplicates to the ones that I've already organized. And then this one, the Honolulu Plus markers, it is a new type of marker from Ohuhu with a new extra flexible brush tip. So I thought I could just put them with the other markers over here and that I could mark them on the color sheet. Turns out that these are in a new color code system. As you can see here, the new R15 is not the same as the old R15. So it could be a little confusing if I put it together with the other markers. So I guess these will just stay in this case for now. So I actually found this on the Ohuhu website, which is super helpful because now I get a better idea of what colors are included in which set. So technically I have the 168 color set because I have the 120 and also the 48 pastel set, which I have both of. So if I get the 48 mid-tone color set and the 104, I would have the full 320 color set, but I would still be missing a few colors because we also have these sets. Apparently only some of the colors in this section overlaps with those in the 320 set, so some of these colors are unique for these. These two I have and also the 24, but I'm probably missing some colors from the 36 skin color set and the 36 gray color set, which I could just get individually, and that is just if I wanted to collect every single marker from the Honolulu series. But to be honest, I think I'm doing pretty well with the ones that I already have. Even if it is nice having a complete collection, it isn't really necessary, especially if I combine them with the Copic markers too. I have plenty of markers to work with. But yeah, that is all for now. I really hope you enjoyed this vlog and the marker organizing. I was hoping to organize even more art supplies, but I think I will have to set aside even more time for that. Even if I do love organizing and getting things in order, it takes a lot of time and energy to do so, so I think it is good to split it up a bit. Now I have one part done and I probably have a few more, so if you like the organizing kind of videos, I promise you there will be more. And also I need to figure out what I want to do with the stuff that I don't want to keep, because that will be the main focus, to actually sort out the stuff that I don't need. Should I give it away? Should I sell it? But most of the art supplies I will be sorting out was given to me for free, so I'm not really sure how I feel about selling it. But also it is a lot of stuff to just give away. So if you have any ideas what I should do with the art supplies that I'm not keeping, let me know in the comments. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Keep drawing my happy cats. Bye!